I want to inform all readers of the BreakerNW Waves. I don't know if you heard the news or not, but I saw an article about, I think yesterday, I saw the article yesterday morning that the BreakerNW Waves is going to end on chapter 200. And with the author's comments at the end of this chapter, it states that next week we're going to be on a break. Breaker will not come out next week, but a week after that, we're going to have an extra long chapter of the epilogue of the BreakerNW Wave. So, with that comment, that article I saw yesterday seems to be true. I saw a translated comment of the author, what he said yesterday about the BreakerNW Waves, and he states that the series will be ending on chapter 200. And there will be a part 3, because it has been confirmed, but the author stated that he has no plans anytime soon, maybe for months, even possibly years, until they pick up the mantle again and continue writing the Breaker. So, we're about to be in a long hiatus. A very, very long hiatus when it comes to this series, which is very sad, because I'm honestly sad to see this series coming to an end. Like, I mean, I know there's gonna be more, but we're gonna have to wait maybe 6 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years? I mean, it's not confirmed by the author, but the author says they want to try to draw something new. And with that, that means that with this, whatever new project the author wants to do, there's going to be a long time until we probably get to see part 3. Which is sad, because with the setup of this chapter, chapter 199 of the BreakerNW Waves, the setup is immense. Jinhee's step as a character, or with her strength and potential as a character, has just been maximized 100-fold. Like, it's crazy how strong she's going to be, because when I saw the information revealed in this chapter, I was freaking out, or I was just shocked, because we know how strong and OP Elder Quan was. He wrecked military officers that had guns, and he was barehanded with his arms behind his back, wrecking everybody, and we couldn't even see him move. It looked like he was just walking through them. And so, Jinhee has been mastering his ki technique for over 12 years. And she's finally now going to be learning his martial arts. She's going to be like the only one in the world that can really use his martial arts. And this is very scary, because Elder Quan had some scary-ass martial arts that he probably did not even reveal the maximum potential of what he had at his age. And he also was old. Elder Quan was old. He wasn't probably in top-of-the-line shape as he was when he was younger. And so to see how Jinhee has his techniques, Elder Quan, you can consider, is living on. Even though our character, Elder Quan, has died, his techniques live on through Jinhee. And that kind of makes me sad and happy at the exact same time, because it's sad to see how Elder Quan is officially gone. But I'm happy that Jinhee, as a character, is going to have so much potential for growth and become a really strong asset to the final battle of the series, especially with her new techniques she's going to be learning from her grandpa through a book. And that's kind of what this chapter of The Breaker was. It was just a chapter to show us that when Part 3 finally comes around for The Breaker, whatever the title's going to be, The Breaker, New Generation, The Breaker, Destroy the Martial Arts World, whatever, you know, the Part 3 is going to be called, we know Jinhee is going to be a major, major power in the upcoming battles because of how much potential she has and what she's probably going to be learning. And also with Shiwan in this chapter, you see how he's just shocked to see Jinhee as a character or as a person already over her grandpa's death, or already kind of being her standard self how she always was in the past. And I think that shock Shiwan in this chapter kind of snapped him out of his depressed state, and he's probably going to get his ass up and start doing things and start to, you know, make the Sun Wo clan a lot more stronger, which it needs to happen. It really needs to happen. So, yeah, this final chapter, like the second to final chapter, is kind of set up for Part 3, and just showing the growth of Jinhee and what she's going to be like in, most likely, the time skip of Part 3. Because, let's face it, when Part 3 finally gets here, there's probably going to be a time skip. It could be a 1-year time skip, a week time skip, it can be a couple months time skip, but there's probably going to be a time skip when it comes to Part 3 of The Breaker. So, let's say 5 years passes before Part 3 comes, like when Part 3 does finally get around, 5 years pass in time skip. Imagine how much training Janine is going to have and how strong she's going to be after 5 years. And then also we got a picture in how Shi-won is going to be when he trains in his, you know, meditation state, and he probably fights the Nine-Arched Dragon in his meditation state. So yeah, they're both going to be insane in the future. And that's all I really have to say when it comes to this chapter. It's very sad. I'm really sad right now, and I will give my full long thoughts next week when, or not next week, actually 2 weeks from now, when the final chapter does come around. So yeah, that's it. How do you feel about the Breaker New Waves coming to an end? You all have a wonderful day, or night, wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.